Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is a past year paper from Presidency College, and we are going to go ahead and do some of the questions for your PG Economics entrance exam. Okay, let's have a look. Let's look at the first question. Does the law of diminishing marginal utility hold for both goods X and Y in the utility function given to you? So the utility function given is x to the power 0.6, y to the power 0.8, right? This is the utility function given, and it is asking about diminishing marginal utility. So first we have to find marginal utility, only then we can see if it is diminishing or not. So in order to do that, find marginal utility of x. This will be how utility of x changes as x changes, how utility changes as x changes. So if you differentiate this with respect to x, you will get this. This will be 0.6 x to the power minus 0.4 y to the power 0.8. This is marginal utility of x. Now it is asking whether this is diminishing or not. In order to check whether this is diminishing or not, you need to differentiate this again with respect to x. So let's go ahead and do that. So how marginal utility of x changes as x changes? 0.4 will come down with a negative sign. This is clearly less than 0 because of this negative sign. Therefore, this is diminishing. Okay. Now let's talk about marginal utility of y. This will be how utility changes as y changes. How utility changes as y changes. So let's go ahead and differentiate this with respect to y once. So you will have 0.8 will come down, y to the power 0.8 minus 1. This will be 0.8, x to the power 0.6, y to the power minus 0.2. Now we have to ask how utility changes, marginal utility, as y changes. This will be 0.8, x to the power 0.6, minus 0.2 will come down, and y to the power minus 1. So this can be rewritten as minus 0.8, 0.2, x to the power 0.6, y to the power minus 1.2, and this is clearly less than 0. So both of them are diminishing. So yes. A firm produces 220 units of an item which cost an average of 8.25 to produce. Okay. 220 units at an average of 8.25. Fine. And sells the price of 9.95. Okay. So selling price. $9.95. It is asking what is the profit of the firm. Very simple, beta. Calculate the revenue of the firm, calculate the cost of the firm, and divide the two things. So 220 into 9.95 minus 220 into 8.25. So 220 into 9.95, please use calculator quickly, beta. It is going to be 2189 minus 220 into 8.25 will be 1815. So 2189 minus 1815 will be 374. So the profit that we will have in this case will be 374. Come to the next question. For the linear demand function, P is equal to, so third question. The demand function is given as P is equal to 194.4 minus 0.2 q square, is it? Square. What will be the value of the quantity demanded when TR is maximum? So TR can be written as price into quantity. Price is 194.4 minus 0.2 q square into quantities q. 194.4 q minus 0.2 q cube. Now we have to maximize the total revenue. So differentiate this with respect to q and equate it to 0. So what will we get? 194.4 minus 0.2 into 3q square is equal to 0. 194.4 minus. So now this is a square function. Just remember this, okay? So 3 into 0.2 is simply 0.6 q square equal to 0. So 194.4 is equal to 0.6 q square. So if I divide 194.4 divided by 0.6, I will get 324 is equal to q square. So q square is 324. So q will be under root of 324. Remember, quantity can only be positive. So if I have to go ahead and I have to write the answer of this under root, it can only be positive. So it will be only 18. Okay, so the answer to question number 3 is 18. Come to the next question. It says a firm operates with the production function, oh God, a k to the power, I'll take this as 0.5. The print is really not clear. This is the only paper I could fetch. So a k to the power 0.5, L to the power 0.5. This is what I am taking because the print is not clear at all. And can buy K at 15 and L at 8. So rent is 15 and wage rate is 8. Okay. And then this says, what input combination will minimize cost of producing 200 units of output? So Y is given as 200 units. So we know that whether I have to do cost minimization or product maximization, it should always go ahead and it should come down to MRTS is equal to W by R, right? Now, so here is the thing. If I find MRTS, it will be MPL by MPK. So if you differentiate this with respect to L, you should go ahead and you should get A into K to the power 0.5, 0.5, L to the power minus 0.5 upon A, 0.5, K to the power minus 0.5, L to the power 0.5. So this will come down to K by L. This is your MRTS. MRTS has to be equal to W by R. So W by R will be 8 by 15. Right? So 15. So from here, I know that K will be 8 by 15 into L. Now, you're supposed to produce 200 units of output. And your production function is given as Y is equal to A, K to the power 0.5, L to the power 0.5. So it is given as Y is equal to A, root K, root L. Right? Now, beta, I have found out K in terms of L. So instead of K, can I write 8 by 15 L? I can. And my output that I want to produce is 200 units. So it is going to be 200 is equal to A, 8 by 15 under root into root L into root L. Right? So this is going to be 200 is equal to A, 8 by 15 under root into L. Now, I don't know the value of A. If I would have known that, I would have calculated it. Now, is this A or is this something else? Hey, this is not A, this is 4 yaar. Let's take this as 4. Okay. Let's take this as 4. 4 is equal to 200 into root 8 by root 15 into L. So L would be 200 by 4 into root 15 by root 8. This is what is going to happen in this case, okay? So if I just solve this, this is going to be 50 into, so root 15 will be 3.87 and root 8 will be 2.82. I'm just doing an approximate, okay? So 3.87 divided by 2.82 into 50 is approximately 68.61. So labor will be 68.61. Let's see the closest value if I can find. No, I cannot find any closest value to this. So my, my guess is that in that case, the production function that we are reading is not correct because I can barely see what power it is raised to. Because if K is raised to the power 6, which is the next guess I am having, the answer would change, right? So in this case, beta, you have to, this is the method, okay? You have to equate MRTS to, that is MPL by MPK to W by R. You have to find the relationship between K and L. And then you have, because you have found one in terms of the other, you just have to go ahead and put that in this function. And after putting it, you just have to solve for L and K. That's it. Now, just think about this. If your production function is different, which I cannot see in this case, what exactly the production function is, the answer would differ, but the method remains the same. So just, I mean, if any of you have the paper and can comment the exact production function, I can go ahead and give you the exact answer to this question. Okay. Otherwise, this is the method. So with this, we complete the first 4 questions of this entrance exam. We will take more of such sessions and we will try to do more questions based on this. Okay, thank you.